Hey guys, Jason here. Um, so, last couple of videos I've gone over how the White Sox have really dramatically improved, how the Mets have gotten better, and how other teams are making steps or taking steps to get better, like the Toronto Blue Jays and the Diamondbacks and the Nationals re-signing Strasburg, and either teams have brought back some of their franchise players or added to them or done both. And some other moves have been made. The Angels have brought in Anthony Rendon to complement Mike Trout and to create a very fearsome lineup. And then my guys, the Yankees, they brought in Gerrit Cole. Now he's going to dramatically improve the starting rotation, but that said, I think it's important to temper the expectations a little bit. We can't expect him to go out and throw 8 or 9 innings every game and to have 20 wins every year and 300 strikeouts. Let's try to keep it realistic as well. His impact is going to be, multi-layered. It's going to be not only his performance on the field, but, how he helps the starting rotation, how he helps ease the bullpen. But on the back end, we're going to need our bullpen to perform as well to be available to complement the pitchers who are not going to be able to always go out and throw 8, 9 innings. So we have to be realistic on both ends. And I'm guilty of the high expectations of the Yankee fan, wanting our team to live up to their contract. But that's just the reality nowadays. These players are going to get ridiculous contracts. And if he can somewhat get close to what he did last year for the next 4 or 5 years, maybe 6 years, and the Yankees get a ring, but maybe 2 rings, he's more than made up for the contract. He's more than lived up to it. I think the Yankees will be very happy. Obviously, people want 3 to 4 to 5 rings, and they want to have all these different things. But as a Yankee fan, I do want them to have those things as well. But at the same time, I think it's important to be realistic. So what I want to talk about today, I want to go over 4 bold and realistic trades that the Yankees can make before the season starts for various players. Obviously, we're going to have to give up a lot to get value in return. That's a given. Might as well let's not try to railroad teams and not let teams railroad us. It's going to hurt either way. Both teams are going to feel like they're getting hurt in the short term, but are going to win in the long term. But before I go over to the whiteboard, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so, especially if you watch my videos on a regular basis. If you're new, please click the subscribe button. If you enjoy the videos, please click that thumbs up. And please share my channel and videos with friends and family or anybody you know is a baseball fan. My goal, and I say this in my other videos, this channel is for you guys and gals. It's from a diehard for the diehard fan. And we are the ones that kind of make things happen, drive the revenues, and pack the stadiums, buy the merch, and all that stuff. So it's important for us to have a community where we can have a dialogue back and forth and not necessarily always rely on the media outlets and the experts and the analysts and the channels and so on and so forth, because we're the kind of pseudo GMs as well. And we love to follow our teams. And I put out videos on all teams. I've done off-season breakdowns for every single major league team. I've done a video on the Houston Astros sign stealing scandal, another video on a recommended punishment, MLB free agent predictions, contract predictions, crazy trade proposals, and other things as well. And I've been putting updates every couple of days, every time several new players sign with their new teams, just to keep you folks up to date on what's going on. But today, I want to focus on 4 bold and realistic trades that the Yankees can make, to solidify the rest of the offseason. Because I do think Cole was a huge move. Obviously, they've improved significantly, but there's still a couple areas where they need to improve a little bit more and become a little bit more well-balanced, especially with Dellin Betances and Didi Gregorius moving on to other teams. So why don't we go over to the other side here? Let's go to the lab and see what the professors come up with. All right. So 4 trades. All right, let's straighten this out so we can all get a good eyeball here. All right. Okay. Number 1. Miguel Andujar, Luke Voit, and Albert Abreu, one of the top pitching prospects, to the Detroit Tigers for starter Matthew Boyd. Okay, just hear me out as well. The Yankees will obviously be giving up a lot of years of control, and as a prospect that's got tons of control, but they're getting a starter back who has been dominant, even though the stats are a little bit skewed because of the team he's on, the Detroit Tigers. He's a left-handed starter that throws innings, that has multiple years of control. Those are hard to come by, and we're going to have to give up a lot. Unfortunately, I think Miguel Andujar is going to have to frontline any trade we make. We do have protection at third base. We also have protection at first base as well with Mike Ford, Gio Urshela, and we would be able to even bring in a free agent, if we needed to, if we happen to make a trade where Miguel Andujar and Luke Voit were involved. It would hurt, yes. Would I like for them both to stay? Yes, but on the same end, at the same token, we do need to, I think, bring in another starter. And the two starters whom I thought would be good options for the Yankees, Dallas Keuchel or Julio Teheran, they're both gone. They've already signed with new teams. So that's number one. Number two, Miguel Andujar, Clint Frazier, Estevan Florial, and Davy Garcia to the Cleveland Indians for Francisco Lindor. Okay, this is the only scenario where I would give up Andujar and Davy Garcia. Bringing in Gerrit Cole kind of reduced the need for us to have Davy Garcia, even though he's projected as kind of a young Pedro Martinez. You never really know. He's young. He also projects for some people as a reliever. We don't really know, but if you can get a Francisco Lindor in the bat in return, and with Estevan Florial, I really don't know if he's going to be a major league option anywhere in the near future with all the people we have in the outfield. He'd be a good, and the Cleveland Indians need some outfield options. That's why I would package him and Clint Frazier as well as Miguel Andujar. And Andujar, even though they have Jose Ramirez at third base, they have Carlos Santana, but he's like 33 or 34. You can plug in Andujar at first base and have Carlos Santana DH, or vice versa, or alternate them. So he gives them flexibility. So this is the package where we'd have to give up a lot because we'd be getting Francisco Lindor, who's a top 5 player in MLB. That's just a given. There's no way around it. And I don't think there's any way we get Lindor without packaging Andujar and Davy Garcia. And again, it's the only time I give up Garcia in a trade for anybody. Number 3, Miguel Andujar, Luis Gil, one of our other top pitching prospects, and Estevan Florial to the Milwaukee Brewers for Josh Hader. I do not package Davy Garcia in a trade proposal with Andujar for a relief pitcher. I'm sorry, I just don't. Hader is one of the best relievers in baseball. I get it. He's got years of control, but getting probably 12 to 15 years of control in exchange for 4 years of control of a reliever. Who's a starter, maybe a different story, or a position player like Lindor, different story. But much as I like Josh Hader, I think that package is more than adequate for him. Some people might disagree, but that's just the way I feel. And number 4, Clint Frazier, J.A. Happ, and Estevan Florial. The Royals need outfielders, starting pitchers. So those 3 would be going to the Kansas City Royals for left-hand reliever Tim Hill. I really don't see. We have to decide whether we're going to play Clint Frazier and give him a chance to start or trade him. That's it. Okay. J.A. Happ, we're looking to unload his contract. Maybe we will have to likely eat some of the money, which is fine. But the Royals are looking to bring in a pitcher. And they're getting 2 outfielders to complement that pitcher with a lot of control. For Tim Hill, I think, has 4 years of control as well. So we'd be getting a valuable reliever in return. In some of these packages, getting valuable relievers in these bottom 2 to replace Dylan Betances, because, like it or not, he was a valuable reliever for us, and we will feel that loss if we don't replace him. Okay, we have depth, but Dylan Betances was a top 5 reliever in baseball when he was healthy. He was dominant, and that's the bottom line. Okay, so these are my 4 trade proposals. I try to stay bold, but I try to be realistic as well. I'm a Yankee fan, so I want them to get a good player in return, but I also understand that they have to give up quite a bit to get these particular players. And each one of these guys, Boyd, Lindor, Hader, Tim Hill, and he's a quietly under the radar reliever, but he's a good one with a lot of control. He's a little bit older than Hader, a couple years older, so the package will not be as robust. Hader's 25, I think he might be 30, but he has multiple years of control left. We get Hader, that would be killer. We got Lindor. That would be crazy. Personally, I think Lindor is probably going to go to the LA Dodgers because they probably have the most attractive package for him. But that being said, you never know. Okay? Never know. And I think Andujar, Frazier, Florial, and Davy Garcia would be a very hard package for Cleveland to turn down. So, let me know what you think of these proposals. If you have ideas of your own, put them in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please click that thumbs up and please click the subscribe button if you haven't yet. If you have a channel of your own, let me know in the comments down below after you subscribe. I'll make sure to give it a shout out and make sure that people know about you and your channel. It's also my way of saying thank you for supporting my channel. I put out new videos every other day, so I hope that you follow and I hope you enjoy them. Please share them with any baseball fans that you know. My goal, like I said earlier, is to share this with as many people in the baseball fan community as possible. And the more likes the videos get, the more subscribers my channel gets, the more YouTube shares it and recommends it throughout the community. So that's my goal, to create a movement of baseball fans. Okay? And I want my channel to be one of the best channels out there. So please let me know if there's anything I can do to improve it or make it that way for you all. Okay? So, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for your support. And I'll talk to you next time.